Hello, my trivia fans. I hope you enjoyed the previous video of us on the auto train, and I am ready to share our trip to Disney, where I gathered some trivia to talk about in the next few weeks. But I can't wait to show you how much fun we had with my family in Disney, a trip that we've been waiting for such a long time. And I hope that you enjoy the little clips and pictures from our trip and telling you what we did. And we will soon be back to trivia. So let me know in the comments what your favorite place to stay at in Disney is and one of your favorite things to do there. And until then, I hope you enjoy my little trip. Have a great day.
Disney. Are we ready?
Yeah.
I can't hear you, Markie.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Where are we going, Markie?
Disney.
We're going to Disney. Today's the day?
Mm-hmm.
You say goodbye to the chickies?
Bye, chickies.
Bye, chickies.
Oh no.
Hello, Markie. We're going under the sign.
Mickey.
Woohoo!
We're going out there. Yay.
What do you think?
Go. Let's go. Go.
Are you excited?
Right. Yeah, let's go stand. I'll see. Oh my God! Oh, it's that guy.
Here come the boats, Markie.
Oh, let me see. Whoa.
We have arrived at the Polynesian and we are all so excited. This week we're here to celebrate my sister's 50th birthday and to celebrate the memory of my mom, because that's what we decided to do with her memory, is make some more memories. So we are here for the next week. We have so many fun things planned. We all have been counting down to this trip for so long, and yeah, we're just so excited. So I'm gonna take you along. Come with me. Well, we survived. This year, our whole family packed up and headed to Disney World to celebrate my sister's 50th birthday. And somehow, we still like each other, enough to plan future vacations together. No, really, it was awesome. It was an amazing week. We loved spending time with each other uninterrupted. It was just great. This vacation was extra special because it was my nephew's first trip to Disney. Those of us had been for years and years, couldn't wait to show him all our favorite rides and snacks and little Disney traditions. We also took the trip in memory of my mom. Disney has always been a special place where our family found joy, and it felt really special to spend that week remembering all the trips that we had shared with her while making brand new memories together. Of course, our first stop had to be the OG, the Magic Kingdom. I don't know if there was a ride that we didn't go on that day. Unfortunately, with our lightning lanes, I had us zigzagging around that park so much. By the end of the day, my feet officially filed a complaint with the rest of my body, but it was worth every step. That evening, we had dinner inside of Cinderella's castle, which never gets old. Highlights, though? Oh man, there were so many. I think one of my favorites was watching Amelia take Markie on Dumbo, which was her favorite ride from when she was little. Watching John walk down Main Street towards the castle was my personal favorite. All of us going on It's a Small World had me tearing up because that was my mom's favorite ride. And then after that, going on the carousel all together made it really special. Everybody battling out on Buzz Lightyear. I think it's called Space Ranger something. and seeing who had the highest score. And this may be an unpopular opinion, but I think Tron is my favorite ride in Disney World now. It is so good, a little terrifying, but great. But one of the funniest highlights is when we went to Cinderella's castle for dinner. Cinderella was absolutely thrilled to meet Markie, but Markie looked less thrilled to meet her. So, those pictures are going to be priceless when he's a teenager. But in the end, I think this was my favorite day of the trip. It was honestly what I have been waiting for so long, to go all together with my family and just have a great time together. All in all, it was a great Magic Kingdom day and a great start to our trip. The next day, we headed to EPCOT. And I'm going to be honest, I don't have that many pictures from EPCOT. Now, every Disney trip has that day, and this was ours. It was very hot. EPCOT has very little shade, and everybody was hungry. And everyone suddenly had an opinion on everything. You know, family vacation stuff. But luckily, Guardians of the Galaxy and A Walk Through the Countries rescued it, and I don't think anybody could make it out of there smiling in the end. Markie learned how to use chopsticks in Japan and ate his whole plate of food, which is great for my picky eater. And all in all, even though we were a little grumpy that day, it was a great day. Hollywood Studios was another favorite. We had lunch with Minnie and Mickey and Pluto and Goofy, which honestly never gets old. No matter how many times you do it or how old you are, getting pictures and hugs from the characters feels very old school Disney and just magical. My sister's kids are huge Star Wars fans, so next we headed to Galaxy's Edge. Watching them walk through this land was very immersive for the first time and was so much fun. For like a real Star Wars fan, this is like it. We made lightsabers, and that was such a cool experience. Much cooler than I thought it was going to be. As a watch Star Wars maybe once in my life type of person, that experience was awesome. Like, they did a really good job. They took you into this room, and it looked like a junkyard-ish place, and they talked about good versus evil and like all kinds of stuff like that, and it was just so neat. The lighting was great. They really did do a good job, and I was impressed. I'm sure they were so happy with that experience, and everybody is now home with their lightsabers and planning their Halloween costumes.
Yes, it is indeed time to take that first step. The bond between Saber and Builder is about to be forged. My friends, in a moment I will invite you to step forward and place your hand on the hilt of your lightsaber. Then on my command you will activate your lightsabers together. Builders, are you ready? Yes. Then it is time. Step forward. Place your hand on your hilt and activate. Now raise your lightsaber! Congratulations! You have built a lightsaber. And like the Jedi and the Sith who came before you, and like them, you now have the power to change the galaxy. Remember, it only takes one spark. Well done, my friends. Please deactivate.
So after that, we rode some rides. Markie made a little droid, then took it out for a spin, and it was a great rest of the day. Markie and I made a little friend of a squirrel, waiting for everybody to get off Smuggler's Run. And we took some pictures with our Annie to commemorate the day, and all in all, it was a fantastic rest of the day. and everybody had a great time. Our last planned Disney Park day was Animal Kingdom. The safari is always one of my favorite rides because it's different every trip. We got to see Bluey's new dance party, which was adorable. They danced and played Keepy Uppy at the end, and Markie's heart was gonna explode. It was great. Unfortunately, Flight of Passage and my inner ear decided they were no longer on speaking terms, and apparently I've reached the age where pretending to ride a banshee is enough to ruin my afternoon. So after a little break and sitting perfectly still for a while, I recovered enough time to go to one of our favorite family traditions, the Hoop-de-Doo Review. Yes, it's cheesy. Yes, the jokes are predictable, but we absolutely love it every single time. I think I've seen that show more than 5 times. We laughed, we sang along, we played our washboard with our spoon and whirled our napkin over our heads, and it was just a great time. That night, we went into the Magic Kingdom with my sister's family and watched the fireworks and the projections on the castle, and my sister and I both cried when Tinkerbell flew out of the castle, which I do every time. And yes, it was a great night. It was one of their after hours or extended evening hours nights, so the park cleared out and we got to go on some more rides, and it was just so fun. So that was the end of that day, and the next day was our free day, and everybody got to split up and do whatever they wanted, and we had lunch at France, which is always delicious, and yeah, it was just a great week at Disney. For the last 2 days of our trip, we headed to Universal. We explored Epic, finally got to see Super Mario, which Markie had been waiting for so long, and it didn't disappoint. The crowds were heavy and the sun was really hot and you felt like you were cooking from the inside out, but it was great. To see his excitement was amazing. And we headed the next day and saw all the Harry Potter areas in Universal and some Marvel areas, and watching the kids experience those worlds for the first time reminded me that sometimes seeing someone else's excitement is even better than your own. So, in closing, by the end of the week, we were exhausted, sun-kissed and slightly dehydrated. It was so hot that week. I think at one point, Margie somebody had asked him about the weather, and he told him, it's 46,000 degrees here and it feels like a toaster, which was an accurate assessment. That is honestly true. We tried carrying more souvenirs than we had planned, but we do it again in a heartbeat. Because when you really think about it, the best part of the trip wasn't the rides or the fireworks. It was having an entire week where nobody had to rush off to work or school or home. We laughed until our stomachs hurt. We celebrated my sister's birthday. We remembered my mom. We watched another generation fall in love with a place that meant so much to our family. Disney has always been our happy place, not because it's perfect, but because somewhere or somehow, every time we're together, life just slows down enough for us to remember what matters most. And I think that's the real magic.